this particular lecture video, we shall be discussing about astable multivibrator. So, astable multivibrator, it is often called as free-running multivibrator. It is also a rectangular wave generating circuit. Unlike in monostable multivibrator, the circuit does not require any kind of triggering for changing its state from state of the output. Hence the name free running. Here we are not applying any kind of triggering pulse in order to change the output state. Hence it is called as free running, and the time during which the output will remain high and low, it depends on the resistor and capacitor which is connected externally to this particular circuit, that is this RA, RB and C. It determines the output high and low state of the output. So this shows the 555 timer which is connected to work as an astable multivibrator. Initially, when the output is high, let's consider initially the output is high and the capacitor starts charging towards VCC through RA and RB. As soon as the voltage across this particular capacitor equals two-thirds of VCC, comparator 1 goes high, and the flip-flop output flip-flop comparator 1 output goes high, and the flip-flop output also becomes high, and output goes to low state. Once the flip-flop output is high, the transistor Q1 turns on and capacitor starts to discharge. Capacitor it will start to discharge. When the capacitor voltage equals one-third of VCC, it turns on capacitor. Comparator T2 output goes high. Comparator T2 output goes high, and comparator 1 output goes low. Therefore, it resets the flip flop. When it resets the flip flop, the output of flip flop becomes 0, and this particular output will become high, and capacitor and the transistor Q1 turns off. When transistor Q1 turns off, again this particular capacitor starts to charge towards VCC through RA and RB resistor, and this process continues. When the capacitor reaches two-third of VCC, comparator 1 goes high, and comparator 2 will be 0. Output of flip-flop will be high, and this output of the 555 timer will become 0. Transistor Q1 turns off, and the capacitor starts to charge towards, discharge towards, capacitor starts to discharge through transistor Q1 and ground. Once the capacitor voltage reaches one-third of VCC, comparator 1 output goes high, comparator 2 output goes low. Therefore, resetting the flip-flop. Therefore, flip-flop output will be 0. It turns off transistor Q1, and capacitor starts to charge again towards VCC, and this process continues. The capacitor voltage it is given by VC into VC is equal to VCC into 1 minus epsilon minus T by RC, where T1 is time taken by the circuit to charge from 0 to two-third of VCC. Therefore, the capacitor voltage we can write it as two-third of VCC, which is equal to VCC into 1 minus exponential minus T by R into C. So if we this VCC and VCC gets cancelled, and if we solve for T1, we get T1 is equal to 1.09 times RC. Similarly, T2 is the time taken for the capacitor to charge from 0 to one-third of VCC. So we get one-third of VCC is equal to VCC into 1 minus exponential minus T2 divided by RC. So VCC and VCC gets cancelled, and we get T2 is equal to 0.405 times of RC. So we know T high. T high is from T1 to T2. So if we subtract the charge minus T1 minus T2, we get high voltage. So from the waveform, you can see. So high is when it is T1 minus T2 gives you the high. T1 minus T2 gives high. So we have written as T1 minus T2. We get T high is equal to 0.69 times of RC. Since during high, the capacitor charges through resistance RA and RB. Therefore, R is replaced with RA and RB. And the output low is obtained whenever the capacitor discharges from two-third to one-third of VCC. So if we represent that as 1/3 VCC is equal to 2/3 VCC into epsilon T by RC, we get T is equal to 0.69 times of RC. So where capacitor while discharging, the capacitor discharges through resistance RB alone. Therefore, the R is replaced with RB. So total time is equal to T high plus T low, which is equal to 0.69 into RA plus 2 RB into C. So F, if we consider F is equal to frequency is nothing but inverse of time. So we get 1.45 divided by RA plus 2 RB into C. Duty cycle is nothing but charge time divided by total time. So we get RA plus RB divided by RA plus 2 RB into 100. So this gives a graph, which approximate graph for different value of resistance and capacitance. What will be the oscillations or delay that is produced by the circuit. And if we consider an example problem where Ra is equal to 2.2 kilo ohms, Rb is equal to 3.9 kilo ohms, and C is equal to zero point 0.1 microfarad, determine the positive pulse, that is charge time, that is 0.69 into Ra plus Rb into C. So we get 0.421 microseconds, and negative pulse is discharge time. So discharge time is 0.69 into Rb into C. So we get 0.269 milliseconds. Frequency is 1 by total time. Total time is charge plus discharge. So we get 1 divided by charge plus discharge, which is equal to 1.45 kilohertz. So this ends module 5. Thank you.